here.
And keeping an eye on the utility here, T side. Molly picked up on Azza. We will get a couple smokes. And on the other side, a little bit of utility, but still some heavy Kevlar focus. So they're looking for the shots here, EG. And Train is one of those maps where really those USPs can just be brutal, long range one-shot headshot. That's what the advantage that the CTs have, the advantage that they have to work with. And so 100 Thieves looking to negate that.
Oh, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But here's another thing that they have. They have a double grenade for that B ramp. Both Stanislaw and Cirque have one each. And if they go down into it, if they get the HEs off, then that'll blow up the entire 100 Thieves team coming down. Let's see if they can do it. There's the first indication. He's not quite doing it. So Cirque just shooting the gun a little bit. Flashbang for now. They're really thinking about it. He's setting up for a long range, but I think they're just trying to get the timing down right. The bomb is going to be planted. Still, the HEs have not been used, so they might have some sort of a deeper plan in play here. There's one of them going out and didn't really do everything they'd wanted. They try and grenade forwards, in fact, so they wanted to clear out Lias. That's an interesting strategy coming out, and now the headshots to follow, and Stanislaw with a follow-up, executing Azza, and that is the round. What a retake.
So clean. And that was with 100 Thieves even playing around those HEs potentially. They don't plant the default spot with the bomb. They're off on the side, and so if there were any shenanigans, they would have been ready for it or they would have dodged it. And instead, 100 Thieves, man, Stan, all right, you can't give that to him in pistol rounds. We saw it yesterday as well. The guy's hitting headshots. The guy's hitting headshots on pistols. Now we just need to see him carry that throughout the rest of it when they start getting some guns in play.
I agree, but I really love watching Stan play in general. I just think he's just got this don't care brand of Counter-Strike where he doesn't seem to be affected by the pressure that much. I think it's really cool. I like the fact that they didn't actually get the kill on Lias, but they did try and double nade him. So that was, you could tell how planned that was. Those grenades could have gone anywhere, but they saved them for that one moment. So very clearly a plan.
Well, what do you make of these, this buy here from 100 Thieves? They're going for the Krieg Kevlar nades. And then Gratisfaction and Jacob, actually the ones taking the hit. No Kevlar, but they will have deagles.
It's so hard to find a reason not to do this if you're on the T side. They're up against two M4s and a couple of Masters. So I guess on the EG side, they have a little bit more than I think 100 Thieves would have liked, but still pretty good. Those double Kriegs could absolutely do it.
This is where I'm curious. I mean, we'll need an update on the statistics. Because I mean, I think it was Striker on HLTV who did that article, right? Where this buy, it only works like 40% of the time, at least off of the stats that he was running with.
Yeah, 40% of the time it works every time. Oh, so does that headshot. Cirque goes down. Stanislaw to follow. Gratisfaction now wedged up against the wall. He's going to pick up that M4 and Breeze. He was very good yesterday, and this is still a bit too much though. 1 versus 3 with no kind of a smoke or a defuse kit or anything. Might just have to try and look for exits, but ultimately back out. So this was one of those times that it did work. But you're absolutely right. It would be fun to get the really grind statistics on it.
Yeah, the new, updated right now that we're going to get the teams playing again. We'll start to see how effective these buys are in the second round after the pistol. And we'll start to see if it's better to save the money for the following round or to go for it. I mean, this one, it worked. The Deegs, once again, just so effective.
Get some of the really crazy math people on it, like Lurpus out there somewhere.
I think Lurpus is too busy, putting up Excel sheets and shorting Tesla stocks.
Still
have time to worry about the Krieg.
Yeah, that's one of my. I know people get annoyed, but that's one of my favorite things about his Twitter account.
It's so good, man. It's like unending entertainment.
I'm into it now. I want to follow this journey. It's been going on for years. Third round, and it's that worked out. They get to save the M4. 100 Thieves off to a pretty hot start, and they should be able to just capitalize on this. There is still the presence of the Deagles, and I love this from EG, pushing down aggressively. Stanislaw looks like he's going to be alone with the Deagle over on this side. That'll make it very tough for him to do much of anything, but they're trying to get the info on the other side of the map, and if he could have beat JKS, that would have been fun.
Is this the game now? All right, so you can have strategies used on the T side where they start to focus on a single bomb site until the opponents can figure out how to stop them from hitting that bomb site. Because so far that's 3 rounds, 3 plants for 100 Thieves. Do they just keep going B and just challenge Evil Geniuses to, this is where we want to keep an eye on where they decide to take it next. Azza calling shots with Casada at his back. But I wouldn't, Train, why not? Just keep rinsing and repeating. Hit the same site over and over again until they figure out how to deal with it, and then you change up your playbook.
Well, especially right because You know, once they get by the AWP, Cirque is going to be having that. But having Cirque immediately in the B bomb site from the start to help out Stanislaw, that's kind of risky because, again, if it turns into an immediate A rush, then you want the AWP to be there right off the bat. And the other thing is, though, sometimes if you're the B anchor player on that bomb site and you're just having a slow start or not quite the right day or anything like that, it's so rough if they're just coming for you, right? You play close to that B ramp, you can get wrecked any number of ways. So, yeah, why? I mean, if it works, again, I think it's a good idea what you're saying. Just force them to prove that they can do it. Of course, the ultimate version is if you do it a number of rounds in a row, and then you blindly swap into the A push without even anything and catch them in the middle of it. That's amazing. So that kill from Tarek, I don't know how JKS went down. That seemed like he was always flashed, but he should have probably still been able to fall back. A bit confusing.
We're going to get the rotation from Cirque as well. Wonder if Tarek was close enough to hear the footsteps of Azza. I think he was, because the rotation's coming through here. CT's managing to get in position. Cirque, who was hitting shots yesterday, connects with one. Breezy takes down another. 2-on-3 man advantage for EG going into the retake, and they've got Kevlar as well, so it's not easy here for 100 Thieves. They need to get this bomb down and ticking. And they do, so now it's all about holding these angles. Breezy, though, can pull a fast one, high ground. Gonna get the flank on Azza. Wins the duel.
Ooh. So that
was a little bit chaotic on the side of EG, though.
Yeah, it was, but I don't understand. Even when they lose the Krieg in main, 100 Thieves, this is a weird way to go down if you're JKS, just in a bunch of different ways. There was no one that could. They had to sort of give up that Krieg at that point in time, but then they still kept on losing into the B bomb side. That I'm gonna say is a needless. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna leave it up to Chad. Chad's gonna be angry about this round. I can guarantee it.
And you know, that's also JKS who's on your screen there. He always looks like that. So happy. Sad JKS. It's just JKS. He's a very focused individual.
He is focused. Another one of my I don't know why. If I had to make like a list of really good players to watch, I don't know why I always forget about JKS. But every time I see him play, I'm like, man, I need to not do that because he's so good. A quick trade as of a breeze early on. Jaken with a bit of a return, and he's going to get shot down from Cirque being in that bomb site. Ethan playing very close to the smoke at Pop Dog, trying to see if he could find an angle. Now he's falling back a little bit. Oh, almost gave a chance, but what a nice flick. Ethan picking up 2 kills, Lias and JKS, and you could tell JKS wanted to use the distraction of that main push to try and sneak out for the smoke at Pop Dog, and he just wasn't able to. Now it's Gratisfaction in a 1 versus 3, and he's going to find the first kill on Ethan. That's something, but yeah, I don't know. They should be able to set this up. Unless he could find a rifle on the ground, I don't think this AWP is going to do it for him.
He's got time to play with at least. Can he make it into Pop Dog? Sneaks his way through, and if he can get here, he has no way of knowing, of course, that the B side is open, but could go for the rotate off. Unfortunately for him, though, it seems like he's got his heart set on the A site, and this could eventually cost him because Evil Geniuses are playing this perfectly. They're just lying in wait. The two of them together, that's all they need. They just need to stick together on this. And so EG, just let him plant the bomb. A, B, they don't care. They just need to stick together on this.
Yeah, I agree. This is if they obviously there is a temptation to look into that A yard, but yeah, don't want to walk into that AWP. And now they're down to 15 seconds, so everything is working out. And Gratisfaction is trying his best to find someone, and he's not getting anything for it now, down to 9 seconds. So has to make noise to plant the bomb, and they're going to know immediately. Don't have an HE grenade, but he's very low on health. And yeah, they're right on top of him. This would be just a miracle. Does jump back around the corner, but Cirque will find him. Nice round out of Cirque, a double kill, but yeah, there was a timing there for JKS to come for the smoke at Pop Dog, and if Ethan hadn't been so quick to take him down, that could have worked out. They probably would have at least, probably would have been in a 2-on-1 at that point. This is very good. Like, look at how quick he is.
That was well played by JKS. Just tough break there. Cirque with the final shot. Kind of want to call him Capone, you know? Cirque, he's got that baby face killer kind of vibe going around him. Yeah.
there's a Photoshop to be made.
Guy's a thug just looking out. Gets that op in play.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. We got applause. Or do we?
Maybe. Bit of a tech issue. So we'll figure that out and get back in the game. Round number 6. Yeah. Always want those at the end of the rounds and not right in the middle of them. But I had an attempt at an A side thing this time for 100 Thieves, trying to see if they can make that work. And they don't quite get the timing down right. Circ on that AWP out there. Definitely want to find a way to get him smoked off. And I guess the problem, at least part of the problem that round, was just that they actually got slowed down at the beginning of that push so much that EG were able to get their bearings on everything. And they had no presence coming from Ivy, did they?
No, they are going for splits. It feels like they were just kind of trickling in. And we saw that a little bit yesterday when it comes to hesitation.
Yeah.
When you're trying to go through smokes, and if you were going to go through smokes, you need to go through smokes simultaneously. The timing is everything. You need to have the right spacing so that there isn't the chance for your opponent to take that first shot and then reset and take the second shot. It needs to be, okay, maybe you lose the first guy going through the smoke, but the second and third guy behind him are there to trade, and then you go straight onto the site. What we saw there was 100 Thieves kind of just peeking out one after another, and that's not going to work when you're facing into a defense. So 100 Thieves needs to get a little bit tighter on their offense here on the timings. And right now we got a tech pause. Not quite sure what's going to be done about it, though.
No, we'll figure it out. We'll get the admins to sort it all out, and hopefully it won't be too much longer. It will be, I don't know. I mean, theoretically, 100 Thieves could force up into this next round. They'd have something like 3 AKs and a Galil, and I don't know what Jacob would do, but yeah, could be worth trying to pressure the economy. It was down into a two-man left for EG, so you know they're going to have a limited amount of money. I don't think it's a terrible idea. But yeah, just going to be waiting for the headset to be back online for one of these players, and then I think we're good to go. Yeah, I don't know. Pressuring the economy, would you want them to pick up a buy in this round? Or are you happy to see them you know, go halfway?
I think go for a buy. With the Galils now, you can get a Galil in there, the Deagles, so you can still be effective. So, I mean, 100 Thieves right now, I think it's worthwhile to go for a buy and still keep the pressure up. And the countdown has begun, so we're going to be getting back into the match.
Yeah.
They've been fairly consistent about getting bomb plants. So
yeah.
I think it is worth going for the buy and just try and keep that pressure up on EG, because EG are the ones who are still kind of on the edge of getting a good bank going or not. EG need a clean round win right now to really start getting the ball rolling for themselves. Double off, though, for Evil Geniuses, so there's a chance. They can be decisive in this round.
Yeah, they stole that from Gratisfaction in the previous round. But you're right. They actually do need a good, clean win here, EG. That would be super beneficial in terms of building the economy. Then Stan alone in the B bomb side yet again, so they're not that worried in spite of what we were talking about with the early pressure on B. They still have the early four-man setup out here. And I mean, again, I think Stan is one of those players. He's going to be a long time before he really starts to feel the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably good. Have some mentally strong in there. Betway odds is showing, you know, the crowd behind EG once again.
Wow, and this is 100 Thieves taking a bit of a hit there.
Yeah, that's very interesting, isn't it?
All right, so we'll see how this pans out, because right now this is slow, steady, train. This is what we expect to see from teams on train. Slow, methodical approach to the map. Now we've got some Ivy control picked up for 100 Thieves. They're going to be moving methodically through.
Look at Lias. Oh, this could be so cool. He's really close to Ivy. He's actually making some noise. I thought maybe he would be the guy, you know, backstabbing once the B hit came in, but he's trying to draw them away and I guess keep more people at the bomb side, which is not really working out. Stanislaw and Breeze are both at that B bomb side. That's pretty good. They're pushing it at the high ground and they're not even going to be making any noise. I don't think they're going to be actually signaling this. They're just going for it. So yeah, they don't know what's happening. Stanislaw still picks up a kill at Breeze all the way behind with the AWP, saving Stanislaw. What a great defense, and he's going to clean this all up. Lias, they should know that he's here because he made that noise earlier and you can see Zerg absolutely knows. What a defense from EG.
Mm-hmm.
That, what they just did was, especially I think Stanislaw picking up the first kill, I can almost guarantee you he had no way of knowing. They didn't smoke it or flash it or anything. They just went 3 men on the high ground, and that's, yeah, that will almost always get you killed in that B bomb site, so well done.
It's a nice try from 100 Thieves, right? Because usually those nades going in, it's just signaling, you know, here we are. So you can try and pull a fast one like that, go in dry every now and again. But that is exactly how it had to go for EG. Now they're the ones who are going to get control economically of this first half. And 100 Thieves, it's going to be them on the back foot. Now, during a tech pause, I'm pretty sure we have a tactical timeout getting called here. Because during a technical timeout, when there's some kind of computer issue, headset, the players and coaches are not allowed to talk. So it doesn't get abused, right?
Yes.
You can't just keep calling tech timeouts and get free timeouts.
Unplug your keyboard intentionally.
You know, that's a stroll down memory lane, the old days of CS. Oh, I kick your PC. Oh, shucks, I got to take a timeout.
Damn, yeah. No, there's a lot of tricks like that. If you, yeah, but yeah, you're right. Good we have those rules now. Don't want any...
We've learned.
Slowly but surely. Ooh, we've seen this play before on train. Trying to see if you can run down and sue someone. It has worked at least the once, so why not go for it again? P250 on JKS. He barely made it around the corner.
Sits down.
I imagine 100 Thieves were going to be slightly annoyed that Liaz was so close to Ivy making all the noise and it didn't draw anyone out of B. You know, you kind of want that to work. You want for someone to you know, bite on that, and they just weren't ready for it. Ooh. Okay.
Dude, Breezy doesn't even care. Nicely done.
Not even the main AWPer of the team. Still.
Yeah, but I love that, right? Where they're set up appropriately, you know, peeking together. This is a trap that's set for Breezy, and Breezy's just like, I'll just go ahead and re-peek. That's all right.
Feeling ready.
There you go.
Jacob just also didn't move. He was just sitting there. Like, you know what? Come face me.
Turns out Stan can smile. The man can show emotion.
In the right moments. He's got a pretty focused character, doesn't he? 9-1 as Breeze's scoreline early on. That's pretty impressive. He's off to a very, very hot start at the moment. And they're suddenly in the lead, EG. So even though 100 Thieves picked up a couple of rounds there after losing the pistol, now it's starting to look actually a bit scary. Look at the money that's started to build on that CT side. They're doing a good job.
I'm thinking now, though, this is where you adjust for your 100 Thieves, because you know they have two ops. So one op is usually going to be per site. So if you can actually make use of your grenades or hit the headshots. Do they still have the smokes, though? They have a single smoke on JKS.
Yeah, that's scary. You're right. Oh, they catch him. That's such a good play. Because normally, yeah, you would need the smokes to block out the scope of that AWP, but they've got that's 2 kills. And the round is pretty much surrendered from EG, which makes sense. Ooh.
Makes me wonder what they were looking at there. Just because with that AWP, right, what was being watched? Because, again, no nades used. So they just went out and snuck out onto the site. Stan dying, okay, fair enough. But the fact that the op doesn't get a kill does make you wonder what he was looking at that moment. Yeah,
I would almost want to go back and watch that round. I'm wondering if he got slightly caught moving one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because normally he would either be, even if he isn't smoked off, right, he would be looking at the sidewalk or at the high ground, like one of those two places, and that did feel like Stan had limited cover. So, yeah, I guess they shoot at him there, but then the problem is Stan is alone. So that is a really good entry, though.
The point is, though, that we were getting into before they actually started to make the play, is that when you have the double op like that, you can just go for a big accelerate play. Just go out quick. Get out onto a site fast and not let the op just get shot after shot on you. Try and make use of your utility, but just the key is just get out onto the site very quickly. Tactical timeout called. Evil Geniuses this time.
So, a little bit of deliberation early on.
I mean, they've got bank enough. So, I mean, they're going to have the full buy and still have money in the bank.
Enough for a double op even. Save one of them, but yeah, pretty heavy investment into this round. See, I mean, again, though, that's another round for the B-bomb site where it works for 100 Thieves. So there is some kind of pattern that's building, but like, yeah, actually that B-bomb site, it's at least more doable, feels more doable in its way. Now the question is, you know, do you start to pretend? Do you start to, you know, sort of signal like you're going B and then actually you go somewhere else? Like, can you use this in any way to manipulate EG's defense? And that's where a lot of the Counter-Strike games played, and it's so hard to, so hard to do.
Well, you can see right now, EG have got 4 on it. I mean, that's EG setting up to try and counter. They're trying to play one step ahead of their opponents. And so they're thinking exactly that, Anders, where early round, they're like, okay, is this where they go A fast? How do we counter this? 100 Thieves, though, have elected to just play a very slow round, waiting for the nades to clear, waiting for the map control to come their way.
Yeah, they could also, I mean, they might also be worried that EG are trying to push aggressively. They did it in the pistol round. They did it, I think, a little bit later as well. We're at least trying to play down by Ivy. Haven't seen them heavily push team main or team mid here, where you could also do that from the CT's point of view. So right now, they're just all in a bit of standstill, which is fine for EG because the clock is running down for 100 Thieves while all this is happening. Still got the bomb just outside of T-spawn.
Oh, yeah. Spotted one. Oh, the HEs aren't perfect. Ethan should be a dead man right now. And he is. He goes down. Jacob hunts him, takes advantage of the HE damage. As is Roastin', though.
That was very clever. They just showed a little bit of leg, and then they thought he's going to come for a second look, and then they grenaded him. It's pretty mean. Tarek going for a very nice stack. That could have actually been the triple, but not quite going to work out. 18 seconds on the clock. Cirque will take down one. No bomb plant, and the flank from Stanislaw, and suddenly it collapses for 100 Thieves. Looked like that should have worked. I don't know how that bullet didn't miss or didn't hit, but Breeze will take him down right afterwards. Man, it looked like they were about to be on the bomb site for a bomb plant, but they couldn't clear the way, and the flank for Stanislaw was instant. He must have been walking out of that B ramp while all of this was going on. That's very, very cool. Ooh.
And once again, no flank. I'm really wondering what's going on with Kassad right now.
What?
Like, what's he thinking at that moment in time? Because have they discussed it and it's something that the team isn't doing, right? Or are they forgetting some part of the plan? Or is it something that they aren't doing? Or is he just generally frustrated with EG, right? Like, they're not focused on Ivy at all, 100 Thieves.
No, they're not. Yeah, that's a good point. Ooh, there's an opening. So now this is where you want to have the team really built into something more. Tarek will get the one kill and actually fall down to the low ground to pick up Azza. Bit of a transfer from Ethan. He almost could have had the double. He's back for more, even halfway flashed, and he finally does get dropped. But yeah, this M4A1 for Tarek is doing a lot of work right now. Jacob alone in the corner with just an AK-47 and 33 health left. Breeze has got it covered on one side, and Stanislaw's got a very, very long angle into this if he wants it. So it's going to be almost impossible here for the Norwegian to find a way out that actually ends in victory. And that's in spite of a pretty decent opening with that AWP. That A yard is not working well for them.
No, it's actually really painful to see how 100 Thieves go about taking over this A yard every time. A little bit of a long-range spot there from Jacob. He's a little low, but bomb is dropped on the side at least. Shoulder peek there just to bait the shot. Looking for that dual long range, but he's getting boxed in. I mean, Stan is still around. And it's going to be breezy to hit the shot in the end. Jacob just not able to get that lucky one shot with the AK, just hoping to get the headshot there to open it up into a 1v1. That's 7-3 for EG on the CT side of Train. Looking like a bit of the vintage CT.
That jump down the ladder is so quick for Tarek. You have to wonder if the first guy to go down actually, you know, you call it out, you say, oh, he's up in the sniper spot, and then he comes out the ladder almost immediately afterwards. That's pretty quick. Good movement. 7-3 and back to some upgraded pistols. I'm at 10 on Jacob and armor, so they've gotten sort of halfway there. Hoping to get, definitely will get a good buy in the next round. But again, 4 early. Cirque is back here by the time that they're sort of set up for something. And they should be able to hold this with the grenades, especially to stop the pistol, what looked like a pistol rush into the B-bomb site. But we're back to B anyway, Summer. We're back there.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like we're going to get the Cascade either here. I was wondering if they were going to go high ground straight onto the site. Let that smoke going down, just going to delay things a little bit further here for 100 Thieves, who have to play patiently. They have the nades. There's one. Nades should be going on to block off upper as well. Molly, well timed to throw a wrench and things to slow things down, but we should have the smoke blocking Cirque, and then 100 Thieves should just be able to rush onto the site itself. And sure enough, that's going to be the name of the game here. Stanislaw up close, has to hold. Guessing game for him, but he's only going to get the 1-for-1, and this is Cirque committing, looking for that shot.
Ooh. What a nice push through the smoke from JKS with the P250. He had to make something work. Now he's looking for a headshot, and he actually did get dinked, but not enough for a kill. Azza sneaking in with the M4, and he's now hunted. He's low on health as well, and they're going to get him. So there was some danger there. It's a real shame that Cirque was setting up a flashbang for Stanislaw to take that peek at Sidewalk. You wish he could have had the full spray down, so bit of a shame, but still pretty nicely controlled round out of EG. But even then, 100 Thieves are kind of proving, even in a round like this, that they're way closer to success on B. But now I'm wondering if that is actually going to turn into a problem, because if you can only make it work on the B bomb side, it does give EG more room to start to focus on that. Like maybe they play with Stan and Cirque inside of the B bomb side, but they have another guy in C connector that's right there. Because then, you almost have 3 people at the bomb side. They could start to lean slightly more to B if they feel really confident that A is going to beat. Although they're actually speeding it up, so trying to throw them for a loop. There's only 3 men here. There used to be 4, so it is a bit of a different setup for the defense. Cirque, though, is one of them. Ethan with the follow-up. It's a good 2-for-1 trade, and Tarek playing on top. Ethan goes down, but the bomb has dropped. This A defense is still holding, even with a man that's... Oh, pop goes Tarek, and now it is Azza in a 1 versus 2.
Stan has rotated over this time, and he's close enough to hear these footsteps, and sure enough, communicates. Breezy takes the shot. Azza, despite the clean kill, not going to find it. And again, the change of pace from 100 to Thieves. At this point, they're just digging, trying to find anything that they haven't tried yet. And so they feel like perhaps, okay, well, we've gone for quick rounds. That's been successful.
They
go for quick rounds on B, 100 Thieves. Don't go for quick rounds on A.
Samla, they're like you at the roulette table. They're saying it's been black so many times.
Time to go red.
It's surely going to be red. B's been like this time. It'll be different, but yeah, not really. 9-3. I don't know. The problem, because obviously the obvious solution, the people on Twitch chat are screaming, why don't they just keep going B if it's working? But if you're a professional team, that does not seem like a super viable solution, because if you just, again, the defense is going to start to get better and better at B, and you'll run into more and more trouble. But 9-3 is not a good look. They need more. You know, if they could get up to 5 rounds, 2 more rounds here for 100 Thieves, I think then we've got a pretty good game on our hands. But 3, I don't think is quite cutting it. Stanislaw pushing up aggressively, does get denied. But he really wanted to, and he's alone. So what a play. If he goes for that and dies, then there is no B defense.
I'm thinking 100 Thieves are hoping that EG are going to get aggressive at Ivy, because that's not the first time that we've seen them hold this far back, just waiting to see if somebody pushes Ivy. And EG, I mean, what, Breezy saw guys on an eco round there once, and he just hasn't seen anybody in Ivy since, pretty much, apart from that 1 round from Liaz.
Yeah.
So it's so quiet over there. You could think that he's going to get aggressive, and 100 Thieves might be hoping for that, but we're not seeing it from EG. They're content to just sit here and wait. It's been working so well for them. They're not really needing to change anything up on their defense. It's on the 100 Thieves here to make something work on their side.
Jacob just took 80 damage from a Molotov for, at least by my calculations, absolutely no reason.
For whatever reason, yeah. Down to 40 seconds now, and 100 Thieves are going to have to start to head out onto the site. They're a little limited, but they still have the nades, they still have the smokes. So we will get the flashes. Flash to lead the way. Tarek blinded for an instant. We'll still be able to trade up 1. Looking for the follow-up here. So long as he stays alive, it's going to be a real issue. And JKS dancing on the side of this smoke. JKS Azza's, in fact, going to be the one to find the kill, but it's still a 2-on-2 going into a post-plant. Finally, some success on A.
Yeah, getting the bomb down, that's a bit of a change. 2-on-2, as you said. Stanislaw with the same flank, a little bit slower this time. Going to throw out a Molotov. Stanislaw comes right through the smoke and taking down JKS. The timing is so good. And now Azza. A bullet will take down Stanislaw, so that is fine, but that AWP... He did not know where to go. He needed to be in a position where he could stop the defuse. I think that's why he wanted to move, and just couldn't find anywhere to really stand. So they get a bit closer, but it's still not enough, and they keep running into Breeze, who's got 16-2 as a scoreline. It's outrageous. He's just taking down so many people. He's got as many kills as the top 3 players on 100 Thieves combined right now, more or less, or at least on the scoreboard. It's pretty outrageous.
Yeah, EG are just blowing up 100 Thieves right now.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. 14th round, and they're in a weird position. Jacob gonna lead the charge with the AK to, just try and make that own. Sort of an Olofmeister type play. I think more or less coined this way of playing this version of Train. And he'll be successful, taking down Tarek, and now he can just buy time. I like this. If he can just stay alive and... Well, he can't, but if he could have...
If he could have, what could have happened there, Nanders?
Then he could have kept some more people in the bomb site. Now, look at Cirque. He's rotating back immediately, saying, you know what? That's it.
Yeah, Breezy's thinking about it as well. That this defense has been so effective here on the B site. With Cirque, let's see. Does he hit the shot? Jumps up. Liaz hits the headshot. Looking for a second one here. Stanislaw with the pre-fire. Going to get traded out. Exactly what's supposed to happen in that scenario. JKS narrowly dodging the HE. And now we actually have a great situation. Although 100 Thieves weren't able to push forward aggressively, and so they are going to start getting pressured back. Ethan winning that duel. 2v2 retake now.
Yeah. B-bomb side once again. Lias down in the smoke, and he's going to be going down. Ethan will guess the angle. Again, they come so close. Nice triple kill for Ethan. At this point, they are like that band that shows up to to sort of play new music, but all the fans show up for the old hits, and they're just like, no, play Freebird again. They don't care anymore. So that's 100 Thieves at the moment. You know what? I know I was arguing against this earlier, so I'm going to argue against myself. Just go back to B. Just forget about the rest. I know it's just the 15th round coming up, but it's obviously the only thing that's working. So.
Just watch a man die inside.
I think that's disgust, isn't it, on his face? Just absolutely disgusting.
He's got to be wondering. Because, I mean, his guys aren't winning duels, which is always going to be a problem. I mean, you can have all the strats in the world, but if you aren't hitting headshots, it's going to be pretty hard. So his guys aren't winning duels, and now they're going onto the site where they are able to get the bomb planted, and they're still not able to lock it down. And now we may get some early aggression here. Ethan, thinking about it.
He was flashed in here one time. Yeah, there we go again. Wow, that's a lot of people. Oh, the spray is perfect. That's outrageous. And it's set up for Tarek to get the kill. What a beautiful way to end a half. It's Cirque to take him down 12-3 in favor of Evil Geniuses. And that was just pure style at the end.
Oh, we're going to get it again. Just impeccable. So clean. Perfect flash. And, well, that's just a kick in the pants for 100 Thieves. It's a tough start to the group here, but then again, that's been the story of Blast Premier so far. You know, we have had some upsets to kick off the year in Counter-Strike. Turns out these very long breaks, 4, 5, 6 weeks off for the teams. Some teams adapt, and some teams really struggle to hit the ground running. So maybe we'll see Evil Geniuses. They got their feet wet yesterday, and now we'll get to see, them just hit some shots. And sure enough, there it is. Stanislaw to open it up. Headshot on the ass to kick things off in the pistol.
Wow, that's, Glock as well. Pretty accurate shot. That gives a lot of options all of a sudden. Stanislaw's the one with the smoke and the bomb, and he's now back to the container. You could set that up almost anywhere. It's hard to predict where it's going to be landing, but maybe he's just going to be trying to flash his way or his teammates into some sort of fight here. Bit of a rotation from 100 Thieves, putting 3 men back at the A bomb site, so they're worried about that A yard, and I think they should be. If they come out of main, Pop Dog, and Ivy at the same time, and it's just USPs holding, that'll be pretty hard to hold. Oh dear. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, they know they could put on the pressure. A lot of the people low as it goes down, but Jacob's also very low on health. They're picking them apart right now. EG, if they win this pistol round, I don't know what's going to be left of 100 Thieves after that. Smoke is up, but they're not going to respect it. Gratisfaction. Oh, he's doing so much, and Jacob's still alive to land a headshot. Suddenly it turns, and this is the magic of a pistol round. Ethan back with a kill, and Tarek is there as well, and Gratisfaction will continue. He's looking for that final kill to complete this round and try and save his team, and he's almost got it, but not quite. Ethan will take him down. That was nearly a quad kill. He nearly did it. Wow, EG now 13-3.
And is this where you just, you're wiped, you're just, man, at a loss for words, if you're 100 Thieves, but also, do you just kind of throw your towel in on train and move on to the next map?
Yeah, we always have this conversation, right, which is like, you at least want to get warmed up.
It's worth pointing out that this is 100 Thieves pick, Anders.
Yeah, that's really rough.
This is as rough as it gets when this is your map pick and you're getting bodied on it. 10-round lead right now for Evil Geniuses. Jacob, though, going to catch Brazy getting aggressive. Liaz not going to have as much luck over at Ivy, and Stanislaw finds Jacob. So man advantage now for Evil Geniuses. Very quick round onto the A site.
Nice work with the scout. Almost another leg shot there. And the grenade will do a little bit of damage, but bomb should be going down without much of an issue here.
Now they have the info. They know where both of them are playing from, so...
I do think it makes a difference if you can have some of your star players really come alive, and I just don't think hasn't happened yet for 100 Thieves. So if they end up losing, 16-3 or 16-4 or something here, that's going to make it tricky. They're lacking in kills. Ethan has got 17, Breeze has got 16, Tarek's got 16 kills. Nobody on 100 Thieves is even at 10 kills at the moment. So there needs to be more of an output even just in that direction. And you don't want to go into map number 2 feeling like, you just didn't even really get a chance. The time goes by pretty quickly when you're playing a match like this. You're like, oh, it's already done. Mm-hmm. What was that? And the second one is Nuke. So,
And, well, we saw that EG have definitely had a bit of time to work on that map.
yeah.
I mean, yesterday they'll have gotten some experience on it. They'll be a bit more warmed up on it. Tarek will know where to spray to deny that tricky bomb plant on the lower site.
Yeah, if they go for that, that would be fun.
Pretty sure he was frustrated watching the demo last night of that map.
Yeah, but EG had so many good ideas on Nuke that, you know, the surprise was obviously that OG were able to do as much as they did. 14-3 here. That is a powerful lead. And the odds have, you know, stacked even worse against them, which is hard to blame people for. That makes a lot of sense. Early grenade to take down Gratisfaction, and all they have is a scout and some deagles.
Let's see. One dig's always possible. But Evil Geniuses are playing very patiently here this round, waiting for the aggression. I mean, they know that they've got 100 Thieves cornered, and so now they're just waiting for them to flail about a little bit before moving in for the kill.
Yeah, I mean, they're the ones that are going to have to come up with some playmaking move, something to open up some... I mean, now the stack is towards the B bomb side. Don't really mind it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, it's better than lingering around individual people with deagles. But it feels like they might be making the wrong choice here.
It's still an eco round, right? So we have to keep that in mind. They invested a little bit, but they're saving for the next round. So this is a way of just gambling. If it goes B, awesome. If it goes A, hope for some exits maybe, so you can maybe grab a Krieg or an AK, something like that.
And then go for that classic 12-round comeback with no mistakes.
Hey, man, it's train, right? Anything's possible. CT side.
I feel like it's been a while since we've seen those runs, but it should be possible.
Hey, you're not wrong.
Especially if you have, you know, like a powerful double op setup, which, well, at least they've, you know, Gratisfaction could definitely do a lot with it. Don't know if they want JKS on one too, but a little bit of a cleanup, so some of the deals go away. Not that big a deal. I don't think any of this is really going to make a difference long term. I think what you said, if they get a Krieg, that would be one thing, but losing deagles or a scout is not really going to make a difference at all.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Evil Geniuses would run out there. Like, why even take the risk of gifting them the AK?
It's stuff they can use, definitely. Get them to the double up quicker if it ever goes in that direction. But they're going to have one chance to turn this, at least initially. Playing with their backs against the wall. That, you know, it's motivation, right? It can't really get worse at this point. So just whatever you have, throw it into this next round. Go all in. Or go for a quick break and discuss what's going to happen on Nuke.
And that's, yeah, exactly right. This is it, though. Double AWP setup. This is what they were saving for on 100 Thieves. Double sniper, full nades pretty much. Light on the kits, but hey, that's Liaz. He's going to have it because he was able to save that AK from the last round. And now let's see. Do EG have anything special in store for us? It's looking like very quick out through A main here for Breezy. Going to catch JKM and loses that duel. Liaz wins on his side, and there it is, the AK chiming in. Double kill for Liaz.
And the grenade follow-up, man. That was an important lockdown. They were quite sure that he's here. The flashbang to set it up. Well done. And it actually makes so much sense that EG would go for this kind of a play in this particular round that we just saw, because they will have guessed that 100 Thieves just won't have the money to go for the counter nades, right? Like, they'll guess that there won't have been enough Molotovs and HEs to stop that kind of a rush. So, yeah, I don't even mind that EG tried to do that. It's kind of a calculated risk, given what they could guess the economy would have been. But now, we've got the double up set up. So, one round down, another 11 to go. Just a long way to count at this point in time. Oh.
We've, all the mollies, they're on there. Oh, double drop. No, but that's smoke going down. That's actually going to force EG. But we've seen more and more of that. Players getting clever with the pop dog drop. Cirque takes down Gratisfaction, and that's the man advantage now for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, winning the ult fight over at Ivy. Good news.
They're getting low on smokes, though. So for Evil Geniuses now, they need to come up with a play that allows them to move onto a bomb site with a single smoke. They'll have to get pretty clean.
That is definitely a disadvantage. And JKS still has that AWP. We haven't really seen him shine in this game so far, but can't imagine it'll be long before we get a taste of that. Bomb is going to be picked up on Stanislaw, and he's carrying it this way. So I'm guessing it probably will be JKS to be put to the test. Maybe Cirque is going to be in there with a bit of a late flank or something. They're just testing it out still.
How is that not a hit?
Yeah, don't know.
Can't even blame 64 Tick.
That's quick, ladies and gentlemen. Taking down Yes. It's bad news when Zerg is feeling like this. That's going to be a bad time for almost any team in the world. He's so lightning fast. Jacob trying to crouch on out, but he's alone, and he'll go down, and that's 16-4 as EG take down 100 Thieves on their own map pick as well. That was, as you said, 100 Thieves picking this map, and they get crushed by it. Oh, this is how it starts, isn't it? What a jump. Run boosted into it. Just saw a little bit of an elbow, and that was enough.
Couldn't be better. That's a sick way to end it. What a play.